first we will tackle this hideous feature. So here we are. I mean, check it out. You know, I haven't used this thing in a while now because stuff started to come off. You can see we got duct tape right there, and beautiful, beautiful little creature here. First thing we're going to do is remove these fixtures. So I'm going to get in here, turn off my water, and get these off. So first thing first, I'm going to take this. I'm just using a flathead to get back behind here. Pry this dude loose. Get some pliers and turn this dude clockwise or counterclockwise to get that arm off. So grab the hold of it, pliers, and give it a few turns, off it goes. Alright, everybody's faucet's different, but this is a Delta monitor, I believe. First thing to get to this, there's a cap that goes over this, it just pops out. So then you unscrew. This dude should pop out now. There it goes. And now we should start getting some freedom here. Alright, hardware off, or whatever, accessories. I also changed out these bonnets. If you have these old school Delta monitors, I mean this is old, you have to get a new bonnet nut whenever you get new fixtures, you know, kind of convert. So next step, demo. Let's tear this shit up. So first thing I'm gonna get rid of is the dough. So if you have a door like this, you're gonna have screws. Oh baby, get loose. That you will unscrew. So unscrewing all these screws on both sides. Okay, so your options for demo are basically endless. What I'll do here in a little bit is I'm probably gonna take a reciprocating saw, or you can even use a multi-tool. I'm just gonna trim along this edge. Right now, I have a funny smell coming back here. I think a mouse died back there. So I'm starting on this wall. And what I basically do is take these two. First, cover your drain. Two, take a knife, box knife, and I cut all around where the caulking is, as you can kind of tell. And then whenever you're demoing, I literally just take these two, loosen it up where the caulk is, and then I just hammer them out and get this first row out. And then from here I take my hands, or you know, my two tools, and just throw them up here and just pull, and hopefully this comes out in as much of a sheet as it can. So I'm sorry that there's just not enough room in this shower, and I'm recording this solo, so it's kind of hard for me to really give a good video. But so I just take these tools or my hands and try to rip this off in a sheet. The key is that you have to, it helps if you have all the caulk lines evened out. So okay, and literally 3 minutes afterwards, there's a big old sheet that I got out there. So haul it off, and I'll keep on moving. Alright, so on to the next side. It's pretty easy. This side is already loose because you went from this wall to that one. Then it's literally just hammer and chisel around there, and then you can even do it down this caulk line, and it should come off in pretty good sheets. And I will just keep on dancing right on down. And again, sorry about this turd video, can't really show what I'm doing. But, so, again, just kind of hammer it up at the top, loosen them up, got a hand in there, start pulling, it gets loose, I just walk it on down, and I mean, I got that huge sheet off, so. so got all the walls done basically. Of course, when you're working on the plumbing side, be careful not to hit the plumbing, you know. I started up in this corner. I was fairly sure there wasn't no plumbing. Made sure and started ripping down these little walls. Right now I'm just going to try this. Tile is coming off pretty easy because this thing's disgusting. I just literally made a little hole, then I hammered this down. I'm going to rip it up and I'm going to go back up that way. So, alright, I'm moving on to the ceiling. Took my light fixture out there. That was a good view. Took my light fixture out. And I literally just took my hammer, made a hole, and now I'm just going to pull it down. And I'll get some big sheets and I'll get some small sheets, but that's what I'll do. Alright, so ceiling out. If you're like me, attic above, you have insulation. It will fall all over the floor. Don't worry, life goes on. I will, however, though, the very first thing that I'll do after I finish demoing these little parts is I'm going to put my cement board up there first, because I'm not a fan of losing electricity. So that'll be the very first thing I do. And since I'm a huge cheap ass, I'm saving the insulation, and hopefully it'll give me enough to fill it back up there. So yeah, so next we literally just have the floor, of course, which will be the last. God damn, I need a beer. So now we're going to do these parts. I will take a reciprocating saw and literally just dance outline here. Whoosh, whoosh, and that'll get me loose. So I know that. Alright, so around these corners I said that I typically would just take a reciprocating saw and just literally cut right around the outside. So I mean, I'm not going to do that, but this is how it would look, just like this. And then you just go up and you go around. But as you can see, I started doing it. I just kept on coming from the inside here. I just kept coming from the inside here because it was easy. And I just wedged this bad boy in here. Hammer it in a couple times and then pry it off, and it's just been coming off easy. And then once I got out here, my tiles would just come off because these are old and shitty. So that way I can hopefully save this drywall instead of having to patch just a small area there.